money and sex are only icing on the cake of being free. Free expression of yourself brings money and women. That's what we're truly after as men. Free expression. Letting go of our fears and fully expressing our true selves in the moment. As you guys, some of you may know, yesterday the Mercury retrograde hit me very hard. Hit my life very hard. So what happened to me? Number one, our Stripe account on our business got shut down completely for the second time. We're negative money right now. And also, a police officer reached out to my mom asking questions. I guess some girl pressed charges against me for approaching her when she was underage, which makes no sense because I don't know how old anybody is until I ask. And I didn't ask her until the middle of the conversation. I don't always ask in the beginning because sometimes we're already conversating about something else, you know? Because it's spontaneous and I'm talking about what I see in the moment, you know? And so her friends judged her for talking to me, and then she pressed charges. And now cops want to ask me questions. And I'm not going to make a statement. But that's two things right there that hit me at once when it had to do with money and women. I lost my business in a day, and they're trying to lock me up for approaching girls, basically, if you really look at what's happening. And at this point in time, I still have a level head. My emotions are good about the whole thing. And yeah, I'm just having like some deep realizations and recollecting things, and I'm just realizing a lot of things when it comes to like girls and money, and the society we're living in and how it's changing so fast. Most people go with the flow, but winners see patterns and see trends before they happen. All right. Conspiracy theorists that project into the future about what's going to happen. These are the people that are always on top. But you have to even see past your own delusions of what's happening. See, most conspiracy theorists, they're too smart for their own good. They're like, yeah, money is pointless. Nah. But you're a slave in the matrix. Just because you don't be a slave mentally, you're still a slave monetarily. So you played yourself thinking you didn't need money. The key is to have the third eye open and be the wizard that sees it all, but understands fully your predicament that you're in and plays the game the right way. You see what I'm saying? Yeah, dude, money's fake, but you're a slave in the system, and you have to get money or you're going to be in a worse position than you are today, tomorrow. So I always... Oh, wow. That sucks. 1 second. So yeah, if you want to win, you got to admit your shortcomings. I'm gonna probably need to get a paper, actual towel with some soap on it. You need to admit your shortcomings. All right. You need to admit your defeats. All right? You were defeated at birth, sold into this slave system. Oh my God. I'm just having disaster after disaster right now. Mercury retrograde. So yeah, in order to win, you got to admit your losses. All right? And the biggest L that we all took so far is the fact that we're living in the system and we have to go and get money. All right? Now, on top of that, you take other L's every day. What are these other L's? These other L's are when you try to text a girl and she's just toying with your emotions. She doesn't want anything to do with you. She's just laughing at the fact that you want the pussy, and she's just playing like a cat and a mouse, and she's not letting you get it, right? That's another L that you're taking. So how do you only take W's? So I want to talk about this because, I just got my business shut down. I got rejected by like 20 girls in the last few days that I literally have their numbers on my phone and they just don't want to hang out. Cops calling my parents, trying to ask me questions, trying to get me arrested. How do you take W's? This is coming from somebody who just took a lot of L's. You realize that it's all an illusion and it's all a game. All right? Listen to me closely on this. Approach girls for the free expression. Approach girls just to be yourself. The sex is the same every time. It doesn't matter how creamy her pussy is. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter how anything, right? None of that matters. And crucial, I already said, I have cops calling my phone because a girl pressed charges on me for approaching her and she's underage. But let me get my fucking point across. Approach girls for the ability to be free and expressing yourself fully. Okay? Make money to just be able to use your mind to problem solve and to create things, to be creative and to give value to the world. You understand? This is how you win in life. When you stop thinking about the end goal of like a sustainable business. Businesses can never be sustainable because everything changes. A relationship with a girl that is stable. No such thing. Girls have emotions, and they love you one day and they don't love you the next. All right? That's how you win in life. That's why it's Daniel always wins, but I take the most losses. You understand? Daniel always wins, but I take the most losses out of anybody alive. And enjoying the now. And there's always something you can do to enjoy the now. You can enjoy the loss. You can enjoy the losing aspect of life. It doesn't always have to be win, 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 win in the eyes of society. My definition of winning means I can never lose. Because my definition of winning is just enjoying the present moment fully. And how do I enjoy the present moment when and that's exciting because we're all going to die anyways. It's an exciting scenario that I will find a way to enjoy in that moment. I don't know. I love watching movies like, what was the last movie that I just saw when the dude was in prison? The black dude was in prison, and then he like throws water on the floor. He throws water on the floor and like they come in, he just starts fucking breaking necks. What the fuck movie was that? I don't know. I thought that was pretty cool though. They were like gonna come jump him in prison, and he just starts throwing water on the floor to make them slip. He throws water on himself so that he's slippery. That shit was dope. I was like, holy fuck, that's awesome. Like honestly, at the end of the day, every scenario I'll find a way to enjoy. Now, you might be like, okay, what about in like the movie Django when they're about to clip off his balls and about to snip off his balls? Could you enjoy that scenario? Well, that would be a mental thing. So that would be a spiritual and mental thing because they're about to kill you. If they cut off your balls, you're going to die in 7 minutes. You're going to bleed out. So all I'm going to do is I would get present to the moment in that scenario, very present to the moment, and I would just I would go deep into a present state of being, and I would just understand that this death that I'm about to experience is going to help my soul grow in some sort of way. And wherever I end up, wherever I'm going into the next realm, I'm gonna go stronger. So let's go. You know, there we go. Let's grow. I'm excited to grow. Let's grow. So that's how I would look at that scenario. Okay. Regardless of whatever happened the last few days, I'm gonna go approach some girls right now. I'm gonna go do some breathing. I'm gonna go do some meditation, visualization, practice my script. I'm gonna be happy. I'm gonna be happy regardless of anything. Time to work on business again, time to whatever. It doesn't even matter what my next steps are. I'm going to enjoy every single second of it. And that, my friends, is how you always win. You can always win when you take the biggest L's. And it's not about getting the result of a sustainable business or getting some creamy, really, really tight pussy from a very, very attractive girl. That is just icing on the cake of who you were being in the moment that actually manifested those things. The discipline manifested that business. You understand? The letting go, taking risks, and thinking outside the box manifested that business. The free-flowing energy and letting go of all social conditioning and being free, regardless of all scenarios, situations, and things that were held against you, held over your head, dark clouds, trauma. Acting still free in the face of that is what manifested that girl. So it's not about the result. It's about, what can you do in the face of adversity? How much of your best self can you be in the face of adversity? That's what's going to get your next best result. So, there's ups and downs in life. Yes, we're in a Mercury retrograde right now, so I understand that. I understand we're in a Mercury retrograde, and when we're in a Mercury retrograde, two things happen. Communication gets fucked up, and then business dealings get fucked up, okay? My business just collapsed, and then now misunderstanding with a female led to cops calling my phone. So a communication misunderstanding, and a business mishap has led now to two downturns in my life, but I do view them as upturns because of all this negative momentum, you could call it, is actually positive momentum if I can just keep going in my mind. See, my game with females is better than ever right now, but at the same time, I'm like, oh fuck, I gotta focus on business again because the shit's falling apart, and I gotta get money again. So, oh, there might not be time to talk to girls or whatever. Or, oh shit, the cops might be coming for me. I won't be able to run game in fucking jail. So I need to focus on that and figure that out. But if I just say right now, if I just say, hey, listen, I'm not in jail at the moment. There's not cops knocking at my door. There's always cop sirens out there. Dude, it seems like people are fucking dying left and right or something lately. I have no idea. But I could still go approach girls right now. I could still I'm having a business meeting with my partners tomorrow. We can formulate a game plan to get this money back on track, to get money in a different way. There's always something I can do, you know? And if I end up going to jail or prison or whatever, I'll just meditate every day. If I end up in jail, I'll just meditate every day and I'll visualize every day. So I'll be getting closer to my goals and my dreams anyways because I'm meditating and visualizing every day in jail. And I'll probably even have more time and more focus in jail. So I just view it all as positive. No matter what actually happens in my life, I view it all as positive and as an opportunity. And I view it as the best thing that could possibly happen to me, regardless of what it is. That's just a belief, a core belief that I have. And with that being said, you know, with that being a core belief, with that being a core belief that I have, I'm actually happy right now. Um, and I'm not worried about anything. I'm ready to go to the next level. There's more risk on the table right now. There's more danger right now, which means that I need to let go more. That's all the more reason to go approach that 10. That's all the more reason to try a new business. That's all the more reason to not care what people think about me and talk out loud, even when people I know are judging me when they overhear me speaking like this. That's more the reason to do public pranks. That's more the reason to do something creative. That's more the reason to let go and stop worrying about things because here's probably the last thing I'll say in this video. It's like we're always trying to run away from risk. And the more we prolong, see, life is always going down eventually to your death. Death is the final frontier of your life. And you're trying to run. And it's funny because I start saying this and people start leaving the live because they're scared to hear this real shit. Your life's always going down, okay? No matter what, you're always moving towards death. And at the end of the day, you're trying to run away from risk and mitigate risk. But the more you push away risk, the older you get, the weaker you get, the more degraded you get, the more trauma will pile up, the more bad things will happen, and the less good you'll be able to get out of life. And so I try to put that like in a third grade perspective, but it's literally like, dude, you're gonna die anyways. The more you hold back, the less you let go, the more bad shit is gonna find you anyways. So you might as well go and get the most good you can and the most bad you can before you die. Because basically, you don't want to be left with like feeling like you didn't push yourself the hardest. Like you don't want to regret not approaching that 10. You don't want to regret not making that business. You don't want to regret these things, even though when you approach that 10, some bad shit will come out of it. Like her boyfriend will come and try to fight you, or like you'll end up in jail for like, because she was too young, whatever it is, right? And you start that business, all these bad shit will happen. IRS come for you. You know what I'm saying? You get sued by one of your customers. There's so much bad shit that will come out of everything. And yet you're over here at a 9-to-5 job thinking that you're safe. But in the 9-to-5 job, the bad shit is you feel like you regret not taking action. You feel trapped. You feel like a slave. You get mistreated. You feel horrible about yourself. There's bad things on both sides. You just got to be the alpha that chooses the bad. Like I at least chose the bad that I get and the good that I get. And I might think, oh, you know what? I only got laid 5 times since November. Wow, I didn't get as much good as I thought I could or would or should. But at least I took action and I approached a few hundred girls and I did get laid 5 times. And then now that shit is getting crazier and worse in certain ways, it's going to force me to let go more. And then I'll get laid more. I mean, if I'm not in jail, right? But at the end of the day, it's when you see the process where life gets worse and then you have to take more action, it's like, oh, the 9 to 5 job, oh, you might get laid off, oh, now you're forced to go and make a business, or the business starts collapsing, or like whatever it is. This is like the best point that I could probably ever make right here, and this is probably the most powerful fucking point ever. It's like, when you see the process of life, when life gets worse, you're forced to get better. You're forced to get better, which means taking more risk, letting go, and allowing more the opportunities for more bad to happen. And if you know that process, why not just skip the steps and go and fully fucking let go? I get it. You need to work it up slowly, or you could actually die. There's more of a chance of you actually dying. I get that. But go to your edge every day is basically the point that I'm making right now, is go to your complete edge every day. And on that note, I'm out. Later.